What's going on, guys? Welcome back to LOI Fan TV. I hope you're all keeping very, very well indeed. It is unfortunately just me today, but I'm going to be looking ahead to this weekend's fixtures in the League of Ireland Premier Division. And we've got the Dublin Derby on Sunday. We've got, of course, the title race, which is going to go down to the wire now as well. Obviously, Derry and Shell, the front runners, maybe with Shamrock Rovers or someone with a late resurgence. But it looks like it could be a two-horse race going down to the very, very final day, where Shell's, of course, travel to Derry on that last day of the season. So it could go down to nearly a cup final in the league this season and trawling title race to come. But we will jump straight into it with Shelbourne. They do travel to Dundalk on Friday night, and Dundalk in their own right need the points desperately as well. Of course, they are ninth in the league. And they'll be quite disappointed. I know John Daly was quite frustrated that their fixture last weekend against St. Pat's was postponed. Pat's obviously requested that due to their game against Istanbul, kind of coming in close proximity with it. So they did get granted that postponement. So Dundalk were fuming. I think it was only 1 or 2 days notice nearly in the end. So yeah, they're desperately disappointed with that. And they do find themselves at the bottom of the table at the moment, albeit with a game in hand on Drogheda to climb above them, only 1 point behind. And with their eyes still on Bohemians, who were 5 points clear of them as well. So plenty of points at stake here for both sides. And both sides need the points desperately, obviously for different reasons, but both sides desperately need the points. In this one, gonna lean towards Shells just to get it done. It's been a little while since they've won a game, to be honest. And they may be looking for ways to put that right. Obviously, the Will Jarvis loss has been huge for that kind of cutting edge in the final third. But yeah, they need to find ways to score goals again and become more clear cut and put teams away really. It's gonna be narrow. It's gonna be narrow, but I'm gonna go for Shells. Just about to nick this 1-1 nil. Next up, we do have Galway United at home to Derry City. Obviously, Galway been a tough place to go this season. Derry, obviously, as I mentioned in the second part of that title race with Shelbourne. Galway, on the other hand, with their eyes on potentially European football, might be a bit of a stretch for them to do it, but they've been very, very good this season. I mean, the aim was to stay up this season. They find themselves in sixth position, level on points with Shamrock Rovers. And if you had said to anyone at the start of the season after 20 odd games, Galway and Shamrock Rovers going to be level on points this season, no one would have believed you at the start of the year. So it's a remarkable position that they find themselves in. They're only 1 point behind Sligo Rovers in fourth with a game in hand as well. So Galway well in the mix here for a European spot, try to nick that fourth place and hope that the FAI Cup goes their way down as well in terms of that last European position. Derry, on the other hand, obviously off the back of that victory against Waterford last week, a very, very important win, an impressive one. Waterford, who are third in the league as well, so they've been fantastic this season. Well, another newly promoted side, and they went there and won. So can they repeat that again? Hard to know. Um, I'm gonna back a draw here. I just think they might just cancel each other out a little bit. It's gonna be a tight, narrow affair. I'm actually gonna go for a 0-0 draw here. I'm gonna go for a stalemate. On Saturday, then we've got third against fourth. Obviously, a massive game in the race for European football. What both sides here actually off the back of defeats last week as well. Sligo Rovers, of course, who are at home to Waterford. Sligo on the back of probably the worst results in one of the worst results in the club's history. Last week, 7-0 defeat to relegation threatened Drogheda United. A crazy result. Obviously, before that they had lost in the cup to UCD as well. So it's been a bad couple of weeks for Sligo Rovers, and that was off the back of beating Shells as well. So don't know where these results have come from really. And they'll be bitterly disappointed with last weekend's game and be looking to put that right straight away. And it's a big test of character. Can they turn it around? Can they sort out the performances? Big ask, but be a big test of their credentials for trying to get third or fourth position this season. Waterford, on the other hand, did narrowly lose to Derry 1-0 last week. Tight game as you know, as it always expects it to be. So this is tough call. I'm gonna go for Waterford, and then maybe a shock win, but I just think the Sligo might be stuck in a little bit of a rut, and trying to get out of that is easier said than done for sure. So I'm gonna go for an away win here. I'm gonna go for Waterford to beat Sligo with 2 goals to 1. On Sunday, then we've got the yeah, you'll be barely out of bed, but it'll be a 11:30 kickoff in Dalymount Park. It'll be Bohemians up against Shamrock Rovers. Bohemians obviously with one eye over their shoulder, just in terms of that relegation battle. I think they just have enough. I think they have enough points on the board, a couple of games in hand. I think they should be able to steer clear of it. Obviously, off the back of a decent point at Talker Park last week, where they didn't play too badly as well. So they have plenty of positives to take from that game. And the Shamrock Rovers, on the other hand, they're kind of it's important that they get European football for next season. Obviously, their kind of full concentration now is on their Conference League um group stage that they're going to be in, obviously in the next couple of months. So that's kind of their sole focus, really. But they need to not take the eye off the ball in the league here. The last couple of results have been quite poor in the league. Obviously that 1-1 draw against Galway, 1-1 draw at home to Drogheda. So the last couple of games, a couple of draws at home, which you'd expect them to probably win. So they need to really, really book up their ideas to try and get third spot really this season, because a season without European football will be a disaster next year. I know they're going to make bank and cheddar this year and probably set them up for a couple of years, but you want to keep making it sustainable and for even attracting players next season. I know they'll have the big bucks to throw at them, but you want to be able to offer European football as well. It'd be a huge blow if they can't do that. So yeah, important that Shamrock Rovers get back to winning ways. Obviously, we saw this game in the FAI Cup not too long ago, and Bohemian City come out on top 1-0, and it's always a game. Bohemians always going to get up for the Dublin derbies, and they always put in a bit of a showing. So this is another tough one to call. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. I just think the early kickoff, the fans might be a little bit subdued. Um, and both sides aren't overly convincing in terms of their league form. And I think Bows will just have enough to get a draw here. Or Rovers will just have enough, whatever way you want to look at it. But yeah, I think the points shared at Dalymount Park in that very, very early kickoff, 11:30 there. But yeah, 1-1, I think, is the route I'm going to go for that game. Finally, on Sunday, the last game of the weekend is a 6 o'clock kickoff at Richmond Park. St. Patrick Athletic freshly out of the Conference League. Obviously, they performed very, very well over the two legs against Istanbul Başakşehir, a team that no one would have really given them a chance against. Going into the tie, and they did the league proud, did themselves proud, and they can take a lot of positives from that in terms of the league position. The season's kind of gone for them. It's kind of dead and buried. They're not going to catch up to get into that European picture, barring a miracle, really. And yeah, they're not at any threat of going down. So I could see a little bit of a flatness to them maybe off the back of that. And so it could be a good opportunity for Drogheda to maybe nick a point or something at Richmond Park. I think there might just be a little bit of flatness about Pats, might be a bit of rotation and stuff, and just a bit of a hinge of disappointment maybe, yeah, after this Thursday, after this Wednesday's game. So yeah, I back Drogheda, obviously fighting for their lives off the back of a 7-0 win as well. I think they won 9-0 in the FAI Cup the week before as well. So they're in very good form for a side that's in a threatening with relegation. So I'm back in Drogheda to go to Pats. I'll go 2-2. Few goals, plenty of action. A bit of more open game than you might expect. But yeah, I'll go for a 2-2 draw at Richmond Park on Sunday. But yeah, let me know your predictions down in the comments below. And please do drop a like in the video if you did enjoy, and make sure to subscribe if you are new around here. It is much, much appreciated, guys. And yeah, plenty of stuff coming out over the next little while. So make sure to stay tuned. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Take it easy. Catch you in a bit.